there, Tara met with the guardian of her family's lineage, the Black Crow, or Black Raven, and told you where to find the blood. You guys adventured to Castle Ravenwood, where you met with Abora, the first witch of Eberros. After a brief confrontation, she was merely an illusion, casted by Nathaniel himself to lure you all into this hall so that he could take you back to Xavier and initiate the final ritual to bring Oknos back from the Neverplane. Through the amazingness and roleplay of you all, you were able to stop him from doing just that, as if momentarily, and Mira had given him the wishing scroll. He let you all escape and sent you back to the inn. At the inn, you talked to Quo, created the ward to protect you from the mists of the Moonglade. The Moonglade, however, as you guys went down towards it, you found your good friend Key3, who was waiting for a fair ride and waiting to find you all. After a brief discussion, you all commandeered the ferry and took your journey across the Moonglade, about an hour's journey across this marshy river land. Once you arrived to the other side, you had arrived into the continent of Altus. Key3 let you know that there was a secret passage where it would lead you into the caverns to fight Teneko. She was ready to beat his ass for killing his family, or her family. So then after that, you guys had all gone up into the caverns, and once you kind of dived deeper into it, you came across this giant subterranean city, Blackridge, the city, or the colony, I should say, of dwarves, who had decided to colonize here and Altius, away from the normal animals. However, something started to vibrate within the confines of Willa's back, and the vibrations sent you all on edge, as his vibrations could mean only one thing. The dark elves are approaching. With that being said, it's time to pay the price. I will switch this.
I thought you were going to say roll for initiative. I was like, oh god, already?
No, that's coming up soon.
No, thank you.
Okay. That has been taken care of. The ambience has been changed. And what do you do?
Do we hide?
I think we should hide for now. Is there any stalagmites tights around here that I could see, or is it just an open cavern?
So it is an open cavern. However, there are stalagmites around that you could possibly hide around yourself. Can everyone throw a wisdom saving throw for me?
All of us?
Everyone.
Off to a good start with a 6.
Okay.
I thought I was bad. I'm 11.
8.
Oh shit.
Hold on a second. Trying to find Mira's dice.
I just pulled out Saf's dice real fast. I was like, ah.
Alright, so Mira is unaffected, hopefully. But Key3, not so much. It's like an 8 plus 2.
So, okay. So everyone failed the wisdom saving throw, but that's okay.
Cool.
That's okay.
Cool.
You all hear whispers that are not coming from around you, but from within your own minds. These whispers are saying, "Follow me. You must hide."
Mira's gonna pipe up a little bit. It's like, you all hear that?
What's going crazy?
Do you think we should listen?
I mean, we wanted to hide.
We did.
I still think we should hide.
Kiefer's gonna look around the corner. It's like, they're getting closer, so yes.
I cast visibility on myself. I'm hidden.
Willa is going to run to by the stalagmites. And
Run?
because carefully walk tiptoe to the stalactites, mates, whatever they are. And since I'm 10th level, I can I spend 1 minute creating a camouflage? And yeah, because I have hide and play sight.
It's been a
Oh.
minute as these drow forces are marching up your way.
That's the best idea I got.
Alright. Absolutely, you can do that.
More places for everybody else to hide.
Tara?
I'm gonna look for shelter and try to get out of sight.
Okay. So these whispers return to you. Hide. Deeper. Deeper you must go. Hide. And Tara, you are the first to see a small cavern just off the pathway. Dark, dank, but just enough to fit people through.
Guys, we could go that way.
Willa looks up and she's already starting to cover herself in like soot and like mud and like dirt and stuff. And she's like, that might be a better idea.
Yeah.
In fact, it sounds like the best idea you guys have ever had.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Now. Now.
I'm following you guys.
All right. I go last because I'm invisible still.
Okay. So who's first?
I think Tara.
Okay. Followed by.
Willa.
Followed by.
Mira would probably go next.
Okay. And Keith, are you behind?
Key3's going to be looking around. It's like, Saphira, where are you?
I'm already down the tunnel.
Oh, cool. Then if Key3's the last one, she'll go down the tunnel.
So you guys all head into the tunnel. It's dark. There is very, very, very hard to see your dark vision. You know, you're kind of getting glances of reflecting of light as best you can. And then eventually you drop. Down, down, down. The floor below you disappears.
Motherfucker.
Down a rocky, cavernous chute you go, sliding in and out of darkness and caverns and stalactites or stalagmites. As you journey down deeper into the caverns, slimy, moss-covered, just disgustingness. And finally, it drops off, and you all hit the ground. The rocky, cavernous ground. And then you look up. Around you is a 20 by 20 foot cage made of an alloy of green and iron. A humming sensation fills the area and you feel a little sickly. Being inside this cage gives you 1 point of exhaustion as you stand in here. Sarah has revealed herself. She cannot control her magic anymore. And that also means, too, Key3's not there. She was the last one to go through the tunnel. Did she make it? Well, wait a second. Who else is in this cage with you? It's another creature. And I'll let Tasha describe what she looks like.
Ha 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 ha. So, where Key 3 should have been.
We were so sus, and we were right. So we were
Yeah.
metagaming.
But your character
Fucking knew
weren't
it.
at all. So, as you guys sort of get your bearings, looking around, making sure everybody's okay, the other figure in the room, not the small half elf you guys, or small halfling that you were looking for, but an extremely dark skinned elf with bright white hair going all the way down in like almost this battle like black leather with this evil grin and way too familiar purple eyes staring at you, just laughing. This was way too easy.
Willa quickly draws her bow, and she's like, "Who are you? What have you done with Key 3?"
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And as she says this, the horde of Xavier's forces enter this huge football field-sized cavern, marching off from the blackness, step by step. Orcs, half elves, or dark elves, tieflings, the like, in these clad forces or clad armor and stuff like this. In the center of this cavern is this huge gate, towering over the entire cavern. As you look up, you can't top of the ceiling of this cavern because it's so dark and so far away. Only some stalactites hang from the ceiling, as you can see. On the left side of the cavern is this huge doorway that looks like it has been ripped off of a castle. It's got broken pieces of stone and stuff around it with swirling magical energy. And then a group of guards come, unlock the gate, and allow this figure, to leave. And they close the door behind it and lock it as well. Tasha, the floor is yours.
She just stands there. As you were saying, Willa, unless you want to make another rash decision, because we know how well those acted out.
She slowly retracts her bow. Doesn't put it away, but she points it down.
There you go. Now, to answer your question, because I am only the most generous with information, don't worry about Key 3. She's fine. We've had her for a couple days. I mean, she's probably not looking the best, but you don't need to worry about her. Ah, so speechless.
I wasted a spell slot on you.
Indeed. And Sarah, how has that worked for you?
So
Knowing that you've led your entire group, because you've failed to manage to pay attention into this. In all fairness, it was you that was being so determined to find the darkness, find Xavier. Well, here you go.
well, what if I thought of it the entire time? I did want to get kidnapped last week.
That is true. I did hear about that. She's going to make a sideways glance over at Mira and it's like, yes, was very, very disrespected by your comment, by the way. Mira's sort of gonna look at her. It's like, I offered an invitation. Now, it might not have been for your friends, but you were always welcome to come.
Oh, you love talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, as this little exchange is happening, a group of soldiers disperse, and here comes Xavier, clad in the most gorgeously haunting, beautiful gowns of armor ready for battle, his long, light blonde hair billowing as he walks forward and graces your presence. He looks over to Tasha's character and says, "There's my little slippers. Good job, B. I want you to be by my side going forward. Once it hits midnight, that's when the fun begins. I'm going to be so happy when I see their life force drain out of them and power up the Onyx Heart. Ognos is coming!" And cheers erupt around the whole cavern. And we have these so-called heroes to thank for that.
We'll see about that.
Who's the one trapped in a gate you can't get out?
It's not over until it's over.
I'll let you
We
know
are
when
not
it
dead
arrives.
yet. Boss?
Soon. Soon. I have much to attend to. Bess, I have things we need to plan. Did you get acquainted with your sister?
Not as much as I hoped.
Oh, well, join me by the altar whenever you're ready. We have a lot to go over in 2 hours.
She, before following Xavier off, is going to go ahead and skip back up to the gate and just take a good look at Mira. Like, you do have her eyes, and walk off.
My heart.
Damn. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Mira is absolutely just. We're talking the palest you have ever seen her in her life.
You have a sister?
Not that I know of.
You kind of knew because the Lady Tremaine said something about your family being down here, so you had to do something.
I know nothing of my family. Do I look drow to you?
We can go over this later. We have to get out of this cage.
That's true. Anybody have a really, really big knife? He's like on the bars, like, let me out!
She grabs it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take 2d6 damage.
Oh,
So we can't touch it.
no. Don't touch it. It
We
hurts.
can't do magic in here.
Sucks.
Dorothy, she's just sitting there with her, or like her head down in her lap, and she just looks up at you all, just absolutely distraught, and she's just like, "So this is the end."
No, it can't be. Sarah's just pacing back and forth. No, there has to be, there's always another way out. Always another alternative. Like, when they come and, like, let us out, we just, like, poof, escape somehow.
There's an army out there.
Yeah, we could take them.
I'd rather die against the army than as a sacrifice.
That's true. And we kind of already knew we were going to die. We don't want to die for that thing. She points at the gate.
Exactly.
Mira sort of. Go ahead, finish.
Mira, do you think you have any sway on praying to Yuna to get us out of here? I don't think any of our powers could get us out of here, let alone we don't have anything that could break us out of this cage.
Mira, during this entire thing, is like hands in her hair, sort of like just looking, and at that she's like, "So now you guys want to listen?"
Listen to what?
On the boat, we had agreed, going to Hollow Root, we had agreed that we weren't going to run straight into the heart of all of this. And the minute that Kithri, or whatever she is, came in, instantly everything that I said was gone. I have tried so many times, guys, to help you. But now, why am I the only one? You're the ones who've seen her. I've never seen her. Half the time, I don't think, and she's going to take her holy symbol off. Half the time, I don't think this thing works, and she's going to throw it on the ground. And it's going to shatter.
Oh!
And all I wanted to do is try to help. We could go there. You could see the state of the kingdom, Sarah. We could have got more information. I could have had my chance to go ahead and say goodbye to the people that I know and love if they were still there. And we would not be in this mess. So why?
Because the people that we love are here. All of your queen, the other princesses, my sisters, they're all here.
You're right. It would have been smarter to go to get more time and not go straight in there, but we make mistakes. Me overall made a lot of mistakes. But I can't regret every single little thing I do, because what is it going to help in this situation that we're caged? Am I going to just say, yes, you're right, Mira, I'm sorry? Will that make you feel better? Because at this time, it might make you feel a little bit better right before we're sacrificed, then good for you. I'm sorry. We should have listened to you. We shouldn't have went straight with Kithri, but we've known Kithri longer than you. So I'm sorry if we thought we could take her word before yours. You're right. I agree. We should have gone to Hollow Tree, but we didn't. We didn't. What do you want us to tell you? That you're right? What do you want from us? That's not going to help us in our situation.
Guys, let's not fight right now.
Yeah, just in case these are our final moments. Can't live in the past.
I don't want us to fight right now. We need to stay on the same side if we have any chance, and I don't even know if we do. But Mira, you are right. We should have gone to Hollow Root.
She's sort of gonna look down. It's like, fine, you're right. Fighting's not going to do anything. And I can try. I can tell you right now, not a single one of my prayers have been answered. And that thing, and she's going to look down at the ground. And so, as I have mentioned before, her thing was porcelain. So when it hit the ground, it shattered. But underneath, there is a metal... Hold on, I have the picture somewhere. I'll have to send it to you guys. But there is a metal sort of spider type symbol underneath it that definitely is not from Yuna.
Thing?
And give me a second, I'll get a picture.
Worships the Spider Queen.
I mean,
That thing just came out like this week. Not came out, just came out, but that video came out this week. I was like,
We love her.
not working. Hold on.
You're fine.
Continue on.
Yeah. So Willow, you were saying something?
That thing, you mean the wait, what is that? And she's gonna pick up the little metal thing that was in the necklace.
Let's see. So you pick it up and it's cool to the touch, and it's in some strange markings. It's in a very weird shape too. It looks like it fit perfectly within the symbol of Yuna. But as it shattered, it looks very different. I don't think you would have knowledge about this creature, but Sarah or Quo would.
And Quo's with us, right?
I was gonna say I just sent it in reference.
Willa holds it up. She's like, "What is this?"
Matt,
Um,
how
sorry.
did you get your hands on that?
Say that again. I didn't hear that.
Mara, how did you get your hands on that?
I don't know. I was just sort of given that before leaving. Like, they said it was specially made for me. They said, oh. And she sort of sits down on the ground, like a little overwhelmed. She's like, they said they made it specially from something left from my mother.
So you had no idea you had the symbol of Loth within inside of you this whole time?
No. That might explain a bit, though, why it never works.
What is it? Quo, what's Loth?
She is the goddess of spiders and the one that the Drow worship. One of the most foulest goddesses that Everos has ever had. She's a child of Oakness.
All those spiders.
So Mira, you're half Drow.
Apparently. That means, guess what she says is true.
But you were never worshipping her the whole time.
It does make sense. There's a possibility that now that you've gotten rid of it, you could actually try to talk to Yuna. The ward that I have, it might have enough energy for one final spell.
Alright, now, this is the important part of figuring out which one I want to do.
Well, that happens. Hello, Jeffrey. We're glad you could make it.
Hello, sorry for jumping in so late. Very excited though.
We're glad to have ya.
Yes.
So, quickly, obviously, you know Ren. And then we got Liz, who plays Tara. Wait. Hi.
Hi.
And then we have Ashley, who plays Serafina.
Hello, hello.
And then
Hello.
Natasha, she plays Mira.
All right, I will try to remember those names.
You're totally fine. Alright, Tash.
Okay, so this is sort of out of character to the rest of the group. I can try doing divine intervention because I do have that, but the likelihood of it actually working is really, really thin. So we can try that, or I can actually use like a commune spell and hopefully talk to her. So it's what
Didn't I
we should
just
probably
talk about metagaming, Tasha?
Sorry.
Well, we could be
Alright.
like, we gotta send a message or something to somebody. There.
I mean,
See, now it's not metagaming.
you're the cleric.
See, the fun thing is, I don't have sending right now. But, okay, we are going to attempt then divine intervention. She is going to sit down and sort of hold onto the shattered pieces of what was her holy symbol to Yuna and sort of just go into this like silent prayer, and hopefully this works.
Willa is going to sit down next to Mira. She feels really bad about snapping at her earlier, and knowing that Mira is their last chance of getting out of this cage. She's going to sit down. She's going to take a deep breath, and she's going to start silently like praying and meditating on what they have seen earlier.
Is anyone else going to join her?
I'll go sit by them. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'd probably sit on the other side. Be like, all right, let's do this.
All right, go
I'll
ahead and roll
support.
a D100 with advantage.
Okay, let's see if this works, because I have to get a 10 or under, guys.
Get your worst dice! Get your worst dice!
You
Yeah.
have advantage.
I'm gonna say, I don't think I vanish. I think it just fails.
I'm gonna give that to you because of the power of the players helping you with this prayer.
Aw.
Man, that's like deep. Roll a D100, but you have to get it below your level.
At level 20, it automatically succeeds.
Right? 10 levels away.
Literally
Give it.
a whole equivalent of this campaign. More gameplay.
Okay, no, roll a D20. That's what we're gonna do. Just roll a
Okay.
D20.
Because I couldn't find my other D10. I was like, oh no. Alright. 10.
10 or below.
Wait, are we doing this with disadvantage or
No,
advantage?
with advantage. But you would take the lower
lowest.
roll. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, because it went from a 13 to a 3.
All right.
Yuna, hear my prayers!
So, as your Quo gives you the ward that has like enough energy to cast one final spell inside of this cage, and as you were all sitting there praying and to Yuna the goddess, eventually, in the circle of you all, you see just a glowing orb of yellow, bright white light, and you hear a voice call out. It is not feminine, but you do recognize it. This voice is the sound of Elias. You have called upon me, children. What can I do for you?
You said that there was the possibility of us not having to die. And that there was a plan you had? That would be
Yes.
appreciated.
The plan has been enacted by you already, whether you knew it or not. The moment you gave Nathaniel the wishing stone, he then used it to figure out the rest of the prophecy that he did not know. Prophecy states the Green One must be the one to awaken Oknos through the Dark Portal. However, it is the Slippers that are able to send him back.
What does that mean? Like,
That means if you were to destroy the Court of Night, their essence will be replaced with yours and close the portal. Yours open it, theirs closes it. Opposite sides.
who's in the court again? I know Tremaine was.
Xavier, Nick,
Nix.
Benico.
And Vespara.
Who's the other?
Looks like we
You've
have
met.
us, like,
It is your sister. Half.
Oh,
She hides
That-
in but disguises, yes?
that makes sense.
I bestow upon you this little bit of knowledge as my time here in this realm withers. You all have the ability to slip into different dimensions. Concentrate, and you may be able to find yourself in Fort Kansas, to which the first knows it by one name. It is the fort that keeps all non-spellcasters away from Sanctuary. Kansas. That door over there, and you all look at the castle door that looks like it's been ripped out of nowhere and just placed standing up. That is where you'll need to project yourselves into. Say your goodbyes to your friends, and then you know what must happen. And the important thing to note as well is that each of you have a counterpart. Each one of you will have to kill an important part of the court.
It's only-
Tenako. What?
And it's only us that we can kill these counterparts?
I will be with you.
Okay.
I have a plan for that as well, but I cannot divulge it just yet. You have friends. They will answer the call. But the connection to Fort Kansas must be severed. Nathaniel will help you. But it lies on him to do what is right. Nyx will need to be taken care of by Tara. Vespara will need to be taken care of by Mira. Lady Tremaine will be needing to be taken care of by Willa. And Tenako, if Keith was here enough for it, will need to be taken care of as well. That leaves Sarah, while duties lie with Xavier. I will do what I can to muster up as much strength for the people you've met during this entire adventure to bring them to you in your hour of need.
But Key3's not here with us right now. How are we supposed to get her?
E3 is locked within the prison, not Fort Kansas. She exists in a cell just like this one. I'm getting Nathaniel to free her, as well as another person you know. She goes by Shin. They were in prison together, fighting for the greater good of the monastery, but they were unfortunately imprisoned by Xavier and tortured for information. That's how Vess was able to understand her quirks and get her clothes and equipment and fool you all. My time lingers. I won't be able to stay here much longer. May Yuna's light bless you all.
Elias,
Yes, Willa.
I know you took Noah.
What do you mean?
I know Noah gave you the ability to stay. I have something of his. It might calm his soul. Is that possible?
Is it?
It's his book of stories. And she takes it out of her bag and she reaches up to Elias and she's like, it's his. No one else should have it.
It hovers as you let go of it, and it gets absorbed by the orb of light, and the last thing you hear before the light disappears is in Noah's voice, "Thank you." Quill looks at you all and he's like, "We only have 2 hours. If you guys are going to slip into another dimension, I suggest you start now."
Wasn't here for that part. How are we doing that?
Concentrate, I guess.
We just focus. What if we focused on our loved ones? Someone you're really connected to. And maybe we'll just be able to
Slip in.
slip there.
We are slippers.
Which
Let's
is,
try.
I think
Maybe
it's
it
a good
doesn't work,
idea.
we'll still be here.
That's smart. All right. Well, we will cover for you all, Dorothy and I, should anyone come running. But when it's time, we will have to wake you.
Okay.
Maybe they have an idea of what we can do, but I suggest you use your time wisely and say goodbye to your friends. And if Dorothy and I don't ever see you again, it's been a pleasure adventuring with you all.
Well, I hope you find Nathaniel.
I sure hope he has a change of heart as well. And he hugs each and every one of you. And Dorothy gets up and she says the same thing. She says, "Just remember, there's no place like home." Good luck,
Oh.
everyone. All right, so you all kind of like sit back down and just take a moment to meditate and really think about the like your friends, the people who you love, who you fight for, and all that stuff. And you close your eyes and begin to drift off into a sleep or a slumber. Eventually, when you come to it, your mind reawakens to what seems to be an endless underground sea of rock and crag with a twilight sky. There are people who are walking along the rivers and oceans and current as this endless sea expands into the horizons. Around the horizons, looks far as off in the distance, there seem to be these storms of hurricanes and tornadoes, volcanoes, eruptions that have kind of circled this area. These drifting people, they seem helpless, and but they don't speak as you look around. But it takes you a moment to realize that you can walk on this water. You are the only ones able to be more corporal, and everyone else seems to be essence or spirit. What do you do?
Who's gonna look for who? I mean, Willa, I figured that you have Cal.
Yes. I need to find him. Do you think they'd be together?
Go ahead, Ash.
Oh, okay. I said I'm just gonna go look for my family.
Do you think they'd be together? All of them.
Maybe.
We won't know until we look.
Maybe we shouldn't split up until we have to.
That sounds good.
That sounds fair.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so you begin walking in this endless sea of spirits and stuff. You kind of hear echoes of and murmurs and whisperings of conversations as you pass them all. When you start to look into the spirits' eyes, they seem glazed or hazed over, lost in thought, not really there, dazed. Um, and eventually, you find yourself um, standing in front of a crowd of people, and in the center of it, it looks to be Jupiter and Hemlock.
Hemlock? Is that you? And Willa starts rushing through the crowd.
You're pushing past these souls and trying to get through them, and they're cold to the touch. Um, and eventually, you come to the center of this crowd, and you see Jupiter and Hemlock. They stare up at you. They seem sleepy, groggy, tired, high, if you will, but they are not in any way, shape, or form of like coherence, really. But as you say their name, they do notice you.
What's become of you? What is this place? And Willow looks around quickly in the area to see if she can find any more of their friends.
You roll investigation. Sarah, did you go with them, or are you with them going to find your family?
I was trailing along with them, but at the same time, I'm looking for like Eleanor, Isabel, Seraph, Zelina, Katsuna, my mom.
Okay. Roll investigation as well.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Just as clarification, so I make sure I didn't hear this right. He said we need to sever the gate or whatever bond that the Kansas had with the where we're keeping prison, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mira probably then will also sort of keeping an eye out for familiar faces, since she's not necessarily extremely close to anybody who was actually captured. Is going to be looking for any sign of what they might do to break that bond.
Okay. What'd you get, Ash?
Dirty 20.
Okay. So, Willa, you're able to see some of your other friends. You see Cal, and you see Elliot. You see Ella, as they're all just gliding around, not there. Ashley, Sarah is able to see her family drifting. Their essences are a little bit different in color, more white than they are blue. But you see them all. They're all huddled together, as if they are all holding hands in a circle.
All right. Well, Sarah just gonna be like, gotta go, guys, and she zips off that way.
Okay.
Just runs over to them.
Okay. And then Mira, as you're looking around, it's just this endless abyss of sea and souls. There's no like anything that seems to be a source of power or anything, just the distant storms of the cleansing surrounding this entire sea. Um, but as you are passing through, you do see someone that you do know. It is one of your childhood friends, who you had grown up with, and she floats there dazed. And then all of a sudden, you see her eyes kind of like deepen, and color starts to restore around her face. She says, "Mara."
She's just gonna gasp out this little bit of the name Aliana, and is going to rush and give the most giant hug she possibly can, hoping that she actually catches something and not just catches air.
So you run and you hug onto your friend as tight as you can, and this glowing golden energy erupts out of Eliana, and she turns corporal, and she hugs tightly back to Mira, and she just is sobbing. I'm so sorry. I thought I'd never see you again. I can't believe it's really you. What's going on?
It's a really, really long story. God, I wrote you so many letters. And she's just going to like squeeze her hands very affectionately, and it's like, we're trying to get everybody out. We just don't know how. How are you conscious while everybody else isn't?
I don't know. I don't know. You just, I was a haze of everything, and as soon as I saw you, it's like something within me just, like a guiding key, just found me and with you, and I knew that as soon as you hugged me, I knew everything would be okay, and then we're here.
Wait, Wait, come here. And she's gonna grab her hand and like run in the other direction and try to find Willa. It's
Okay.
like, Willa, go hug Cal.
Even before, like, she hears that in the distance, as soon as she spots Cal, she is running and she's screaming Cal over and over and over again because her heart is just thumping so hard. She thought she would never be able to see him again, and she's running towards him. And as soon as she looks at him, she doesn't even think for a second, and she wraps her arms around his neck, and she's just like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
So as soon as you grasp onto Cal, same thing. This glowing energy of magic erupts around you, and Cal returns in full color. And he looks at Willa and says, "Oh, Willa," and he kisses her deeply and wraps his arms around her and then pulls away, kisses her again, and just smiles. He's like, and he says, "You found me."
Broke off. What did he say? It cut out.
You found me.
Thank you. Of course I found you. I wouldn't give up. We finally found each other. Everyone's
girl.
here. I would never leave you.
But how are you here? What's going on? How did this happen?
All of you, we have to get you all out. We have to sever the connection to Xavier somehow. Oh, all of our friends need to wake up like you.
Well, how do we do that?
I gave you a hug. I don't know this. I don't know the answers.
Mira's
this
gonna
time,
grab
yeah.
the next closest person and just randomly give him a hug, see what happens.
So you look over, and it's just this random spirit that's there, and it happens to be Jupiter. And immediately another shower of golden light appears, and Jupiter returns. She goes, "Mira? Oh, thank the heavens, it's you!"
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work with everybody, but maybe just simply a kind embrace? I mean, I don't know if we need to actually know them or not, but it's worth a try.
Possible. Anything's possible. Okay, fine. She turns and she hugs Hemlock, and Hemlock turns incorporeal, and eventually just you guys all start hugging more people, but I'll hold off on that moment right here. Over with Sarah, this all, like, what just happened hasn't happened yet. This is a meanwhile situation. And so Sarah, you approach your family as they're all holding hands in a circle. What do you do?
Well, she's gonna come up behind Eleanor and hug her like Anna did to Elsa, and be like, "Hey, I found you guys."
So, as you hug her, the golden energy courses through her, turning her corporal. And as they're holding hands, you see them all circle around you as one by one, each of your sisters is taken back, and then finally it gets to your mother, but she doesn't turn corporal.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Your mother, her essence disappears. And then slowly start to disappear.
I do?
No, more.
Oh.
More and more, but they're disappearing as if they're being sucked up into the air, being pulled from the heavens,
Wait,
from
no.
this place of fortress.
Wait, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Are you guys okay?
They can't speak, they can't hear anything. So then, as there's like a transition from golden light and showers of magic, and people being sucked up and siphoned into the air, and then all of a sudden, you all disappear from this plane. No longer in Fort Kansas.
Mira's
When you,
face.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say Mira's face drops, and all she says is, "So I still don't get to say goodbye."
Like heroes normally get to.
When you return to your body, you're facing a 200-foot tall obsidian archway carved from the hands of the dwarves in the most intricate detail you've ever seen. Your hands are bound, your mouth is gagged, and you feel a magnetic pull towards the gate. Before you is a large 25-foot tall mechanical heart, black as night. It is the very vessel that's going to steal your life force and allow Ognos to traverse the plains. Your life flashes before your eyes as memories begin to appear. Through triumphs and tribulations, you look at your friends, bonded over a cause that was slowly coming to an end. There wasn't anything that you could do, and you barely got to even say goodbye. Our day has come, Xavier's voice calls out to his army. They all shout back in unison, ready to welcome Oknos back to Everos, after being locked away for so many years. Brothers and sisters of the dark, it is time to initiate the transfer of power from these slippers into the Onyx Heart. More shouts reverberate through the cavern. Wicked one! Xavier's finger turns towards Nathaniel as he walks out from behind the heart. Begin. Nathaniel starts a spell from the grimoire as the cries of these trapped people from within Fort Kansas echo loud in your ears. Their very essence was being siphoned and draining from the fort, the powers of the gate. Slowly but surely, magic starts to form in the center of the gate, creating a portal. Xavier smiles and with an evil grin and turns to his people, not paying attention now to what Nathaniel's doing. Nathaniel walks towards you all from the altar, and you can see that there are deep burn marks onto his skin and cheeks to where the tears would normally have flowed down from his face. He stands before you all, and with a wave of his hand, your mouth gags disappear. Tremaine is focusing on the portal to Fort Kansas. I'm going to create a diversion, which that will cause the old crone to lose her concentration. With that, the seal will break, and your friends will return to us. Then, it will be up to you all to defeat the court. Tenako is in the cavern north of here, guarding the entrance to Xavier's palace. Thus, she's close to Xavier, but I have a way of bringing him to the throne room at the top of the palace. Nyx is preparing a ritual to bring back Fiona for me. He pauses, contemplating something in his head. You can find her in the wizard's quarters. Once you've done that, return to me in the throne room and end this once and for all. I don't know how long I'll be able to handle him. I will hold out for as long as I can. The prophecy stated that the Green One will be the one to open the gate, but the Slippers are the ones who can stop him from returning. And I have you to thank for that, Mira. The Wishing Stone let me know the rest of the prophecy. Nathaniel unlocks the chains with magic, but motions for you all to stay down. He goes over to the Onyx Heart, and in the blink of an eye, it goes up in flames. The gate's magic flutters to a stop as Lady Tremaine falls back in breaking concentration, and the connection between the gate and the Fort Kansas has been severed. The door bursts open, and in comes your friends that you met along your journey. Elliot, Cal, Jupiter, Hemlock, Mulan, Aaron, and the rest of Sarah's family. All but her mother. They rush to your sides as hordes of prisoners escape the fort, ready to fight until the bitter end. They rush Xavier's forces, and an all-out war breaks loose. Sheer pandemonium rocks through the caverns as you see something black fly in the air on a broomstick. Nathaniel is zooming across the tavern, and in his hands, Xavier clings to him, holding on to dear life. Nathaniel flies to the top of the Ozendor Tower and crashes smashes through the giant oval-shaped window. Jupiter, Hemlock, and Ella don on their black robes and veils. Mulan and brandishes her sword. Erin adjusts her bow and places 3 into her hands. Cal morphs himself into a wolf form, and Elliot smirks, wand at the ready. So, he says, how are we doing this?
One at a time, all together. Last blow has to be the person who is connected to them.
I knew you guys would figure it out. You let your friends be your guiding key.
Let's do this.
Kick their asses.
Is everyone
Once
ready?
and for all.
Let's do it.
Oh. I'm a warlock. I don't have any spell slots anymore. so we all cantrips.
Hey,
Do we have our weapons back or no?
oh yes, your weapons have. You see them appear onto you,
Okay.
as Nathaniel kind of let everything go. So let me go ahead and get this really quick. Everyone, go ahead and roll initiative for me, but I'll get you guys there. I just want to have it ready right now.
I'll run to the bathroom while you get that ready.
Yeah, go ahead. We can go ahead and take a little potty break.
Okay, cool.
Do I need to roll eventually for Vess or not worry about it?
Don't worry, I'll take. Yeah.
Okay.
I got her. I think
Which
I'm
I
gonna go-
did not add to her digital thing. So
Oh, that's okay. Are you excited?
Yes. It's the end. I can't believe it.
It's here.
Whew.
Epic battles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your new health?
I think it's 85. 85.
85? Okay. I
Mhm.
need to get everyone's updates. Hello. What's
Hello.
Sarah's new HP?
Current 88, max 97.
That baby. As we hear people dying in the background.
Yeah. We had to go to party first before we started fighting.
Yep.
I cannot wait to face off Xavier. I am ready. I know exactly what I'm gonna fucking say. Fling wet spell.
This is going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting. Because each one of you have your own baddie to fight alongside your 2 sidekicks.
Oh, we have 2 sidekicks?
Yes, you have. Who do you got? Where's my document?
I better have Cal. I'm out.
No, actually, you have Hemlock and Cinderella.
What?
Mm-hmm. The reason being is because Cal wants to get rid of Nyx because she's been plaguing the Bayou.
That makes sense.
And
that makes sense.
And Willow wants to get rid of Lady Tremaine because she's opposing the WLF. And
Yep.
she's what basically led to your father's death.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But for Sarah, it's just Sarah and Nathaniel.
Get it.
I got a surprise for you guys.
You have a
Yeah.
floof too?
What?
Floof too?
No, it's
No,
it's
I have baby Joanna. Hi. Everybody say hi.
Hello, sweetie. Oh,
I need
goodness.
her in my life.
I was gonna say, I don't have a better way of showing her off right now. My camera sucks.
You're fine.
Baby.
Oh.
Oh,
Maybe? Whoops. Maybe?
Oh, 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 oh.
Hello, baby.
oh, hi. Oh, it's okay.
Meg,
It's
stop
okay.
trying to eat her. Meg's been all up in her business, apparently, the entire time we've been
yeah.
up here.
Babies,
Yeah.
of course. Oh, little Joanna. I'm so happy.
So little. So little. It's like as big as my water bottle.
Mhm. And she's actually already grown a half inch and gained over a pound.
Wow.
Amazing. She's
Well, that's
on her
good.
way up.
Mhm.
How
need to
how are
come
you
visit.
doing?
I'm tired, but otherwise okay.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. Whoop.
Did-
But now look at this head control.
Yeah.
Board and also give you all of Vess's stuff.
Yep, there we go, finally.
The
I was
last
hoping it was
episode.
gonna happen a little earlier on, so we would actually be able to enjoy it. But I figured, why not?
Yeah, it's all good. We're here.
Happens.
What is her new HP?
Miras,
Yes.
she is a 78 now.
She's at okay. Yeah, she's 78. Okay. Nice. And then what is Miss Tara's? Where's she at?
Tara's new HP is 77.
Ooh, okay.
No, I rolled
A
a
little
1.
progress.
I rolled a 1. That's 1 plus my modifier, so
You're 1 behind Mira, so
teeny tiny smidge of HP. I'll take what I can get at this point.
I'm not the squishiest anymore.
okay. So, with that being said, buckle up because it's time to go. So, Elliot, you guys all converge and figure out a plan. As you guys divvy up your plan, saying your goodbyes. Well, no, I'll let you guys roleplay that. So, Willa had just said, "We give it all I got," or
Mhm.
you had just said. Elliot says, "Okay. So each of us will need to go find somebody, right?"
Yes. I have
Okay.
Xavier, so whoever wants to fight him with me, cool. But I think I could take him.
Good luck.
I was gonna say, it seems like
Each of you have someone.
Yeah.
Sarah, I know we haven't seen eye to eye, but I know you'll be victorious, and we will see each other again.
Not here, somewhere in the meadow.
Okay. Let's have everyone split. Nyx, Tara, are you ready?
I guess.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Just remember, we set our boat on fire.
Right.
You got this.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got this.
And Cal steps up and he looks at Willa and says, I do want to be fighting by your side, but Nyx has really been ruining the bayou for me, so I want to see her suffer.
To me,
It's all right with you. I want to go with them.
it's all right with me. Just come back to me.
He's still in wolf form at this point, so like bows his head to her.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then so Tara, Cal, and Elliot start running off in the direction of the wizard sanctum. Bess is next. So Jupiter steps forward and Jupiter's like, well, Mira, I like the way you fight when we were handling Nyx, so I'm with you on Bess.
I appreciate it. I'll need all the help I can get.
Erin steps forward and she says, you got my bow. Let's do
Appreciate
this.
that.
And you guys go off in the direction towards Bess, leaving Willa still there. And Ella, she looks at you and she says, Lady Tremaine, she's mine. And I know that she had a hand in your father's death, so I'm with you. And Hemlock says, might not be the best at battle magic, but my alchemy's pretty sick. I've got a few potions stored up, ready for that bitch. I'm with you.
Then let's fucking get her.
Alrighty. So, you all split off and go to your respective baddies as the final battle takes place. Everyone has rolled initiative, correct?
B.
Okay. Let's go ahead. 20 through 25. 15 through 20.
17.
15.
Huh? Lauren?
15.
15. 10 through 15.
Of 14?
And then what'd you get, Miss Tara?
A 6.
Ooh, okay. So we got Sarah, Willa, Mira, and Tara. That's in the order of things. So Sarah, you head off towards the throne room of Ozendor, and as you do, your sisters converge, and they all go behind you and say, "We're with you, sister."
All right. Something's happened to Mother, and I think he has something to do with it.
Let's take back what's ours.
Right.
You head up the tower of this green emerald palace and eventually come to this long hall and throne room at the end of the hall. The shattered window in the background with glass everywhere. Magic of green and fire and purple erupt around at the end of the hall. Nathaniel and Xavier are battling it off. Shouts and screams as magic whips around the room and dust clouds up. And then eventually, Nathaniel gets thrown against the wall and collapses and passes out. And Xavier turns his look and he goes, I knew this day would come when I would best the Fae themselves. Give me all you got.
Sarah's just gonna like run at him. Eldritch Blast already in her hands. She's like, "Where is my mother?" And let's fling this 2 spells at him.
Sure.
16 and
Alright.
15.
16 and 15.
Yeah, the hit.
Oh, spells automatically hit.
Mhm.
So what's damage?
16, 15.
Oh, that was damage. Got it.
Yeah, I
Got it.
pre-rolled.
Thank you. That will help out if everyone knows what they want to do, just to have that ready to go. Okay, so that's 31 points of damage. So I won't go into like all of your sisters like fighting, but just say there's a battle. There's the spells, swords, arrows flying everywhere, and a convergence of Xavier's forces kind of enter to kind of even the playing field. And Xavier comes back, and he sends Scorching Ray your way. Let's see here. Let's see, that is a 12.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, there we go. So this energy just barely misses you, as it kind of scurs off, and you're just bolting anime running style towards Vest or towards Xavier, and then we'll stop there. So Willa is next. Willa, you find yourself still kind of around the altar area where Lady Tremaine is picking herself up as she had just lost connection between Fort Kansas and the gate. As this is happening, let's see here. She brushes herself off and brandishes Fairy Godmother's wand. And she looks up at Willa and she says, "Round 2, is it?
Are you ready?
Bring it on, sister." Go ahead.
Willa's first action, she's going to 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
7 damage. And since it was also her first attack on this one, 11 total. Her second action, and she's just like, look what I got up my sleeve now. And she is going to summon or conjure animal, and she's going to summon her giant elk.
Okay. So out of this misty portal steps this giant elk, who kind of rings up on its back legs and pounces down. And Lady Tremaine, she's like, "What? How?"
Though you wish you knew, you had no idea when you took him out. Not you personally, but I knew you had a hand in it.
Fine. Your father will die, or did die, and so shall you.
Like to see you try.
So then, Ella, she casts her magic towards Tremaine, as well as Hemlock, who starts throwing his potions her way, and one of the potions hits onto her and the potion starts melting away her feet, sticking her to the ground so she can no longer move. Next, we have, see here, is Mira. So Mira, you head towards your newly found sister, that you had no idea about, and as you approach her, Bess is a little I'm kind of scared actually. You see kind of the glint in her eyes of where's Xavier? What do I do? What's next? And then she like turns and looks at you, and she like just narrows in on you, Mira, and she says, "So this is how it's going to be, isn't it?"
Didn't really give me much of a choice, did you?
Yes. Yeah. I wish Mother had gotten rid of you from the first day you were born.
Well, she didn't. And somehow I've made it here. This is your last chance. For the sake of the mother I never knew. Put down your arms. Don't fight.
I'll take you to see Mother. After you die first. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Just head down. She's like, fine, so be it. And she is going to stand back and sort of, like, both hands erupt into flames and come together. And it's going to go ahead and cast Flame Strike, which this is a brand new spell, which, according to this, a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of divine fire pours down on a spot from the heavens. And if whoever is near her, near Bess, doesn't make their dex save, will take 4d6 fire damage and 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay. Let's see. What's the? You said Dex?
Yes.
Oh damn.
Which.
She got 4.
Ooh. Okay, so that certainly fails. So hold on a second as I roll 8 dice here. Hold on. 20. $34 points of damage of both fire and radiant.
Yeah. That's a hot. Okay. You guys have the same health points now.
Oh, hey, look at that!
Okay.
Actually, that didn't actually work out.
So, what she does is she creates her pact weapon, from her hand, and they glow, this purple look to them as she has these 2 blades that are on her hand, ready to attack. So let's see here.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of damage you can do with those.
Let's see. Okay, so the hit. I'm using your character sheet, which is kind of weird, but
You're good. The only
Okay.
ones you should really be looking at is Thirsting Blade with that and Life Drinker.
every hit with the pact weapon, the creature takes an additional 5 necrotic damage. That's cute.
And then-
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thirsting Blade will give you 2 hits
Twice.
with the weapon.
Okay. So, the first one does not hit. The second one does not hit. Oh yeah, you rolled the same one twice. So she goes after you in full rage and full anger, as kind of, as she's overwhelmed with her rage, you're easily able to misstep her, and then she like turns her hair as she like sweat drips down off her skin, and she just glares at you like, oh, So next is Tara. Tara, you, Elliot, and Cal all head up towards the wizard sanctum of the tower. In this, she has already taken over the wizard sanctum and turned it into her dark bayou. Just large, black, inky vines that look like tentacles or tendrils come from the ceiling and just grow over. And in the center of the room, you see this huge, large circle, a ritual circle. Candles are floating skulls, and the smell of the swamp kind of fills the air. And Nyx looks up from her altar and ritual circle, and she goes, I knew this day would come. Good luck, Cher. You'll need it.
You're a monster, and you've done nothing good for this world.
So be it. Hit me with your best shot, then, girl.
You don't have a hand over my magic anymore. I know where it comes from now. And I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt. It's a
Okay.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it as twin spells, so it's 2 bolts.
Okay. Looks like she's gonna fill that one.
Okay, so that's gonna be 16d6 total. Or
16.
is it d6 or d8? Hold on one second.
You're fine.
Yeah, d6. So 16d6 damage.
Let's see what that roll is. 60 points of damage.
Bitch.
That's hot. So literally this cat like it's quiet in the room, and then you hear like it gets warm, really hot in the center of the room, and then this cackling energy of lightning erupts out of your hands as it bolts straight towards Nyx, as she gets blasted against the wall and falls down. And then she like looks up at you and she's like, "You've learned more than I thought, Tara."
She's just gonna say, payback.
So be it, girl. You don't know what you're messing with. And she gets up, and the tendrils of the room go into her. And she just turns into this black, inky substance of the room, this huge creature. You already got her on her second form with 60 points of damage. And these tentacles of black bayou ooze just get ready to attack you. So, Ella and Kel, they're going at it. They're fighting like the little blightlings that are kind of coming out of the room and fighting. And Kel looks over at you and she's like, "You worry about her. We'll get the little ones."
Okay.
So, the first tendril, is a 17. Is that a hit?
On me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. Okay. You're just taking 5 points of necrotic damage.
No big deal. Been there.
This the next one, let's see. That one only rolled a 13. I think you have a higher AC.
Yeah, my AC is
so-
15.
Okay. So then that doesn't hit as well. And then it's Nyx's turn. Nyx looks over at you. She's like, "All right, you asked for it." Let's see here. She is going to cast. Let's see. Keeping track of all of these people is super hard.
I bet.
I have like 17 tabs open. Okay, let's see.
I fully prepared to do Vest, so if I need to take over Vest, just let me know what hit point she is currently at.
Fighting yourself. She is going to cast Sunbeam at you. Sunbeam is a, let's see. You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad actually. That's an 18.
18. Okay, so you succeeded. You're gonna take half damage. A beam of brilliant light flashes from out of your hand. Each creature in line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 6d8 radiant damage and is blinded until their next turn. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and is not blinded by this spell. Let's see.
Are you rolling the damage?
Yeah, go ahead and do that for you. So it'll be only 3d8. 1, 6, 16. Okay. that ends that. And we're back up at the top at Sarah and Xavier.
How close am I at the moment?
You're within 20 feet.
Okay. Alright, can't do that yet. Alright, she's still gonna be running towards him, this FYI. She's gonna cast another two Eldritch Blasts, obviously, towards him, and be like, I've been waiting for this for a very long time. And let me roll it fast. 15 for one, 18 for next one.
15 and 18.
Yes.
Works. Okay. So, as this happens, he looks down at you, and he's like, "You insolent Fae." Then more of the guards, your sisters are fighting the guards that have surrounded, and they do say similar things of worry about him, we got everyone else. So let's see here. Xavier, what is he going? I don't want to be too much of a dick.
You can be a dick, it's okay, it's me.
No, because that spell would kill you.
Oh, okay, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Or revivify.
Yeah, well, it's disintegrate.
Oh.
She ain't coming back from that.
There's nothing I can do about that right now.
Only thing
No
that
diamonds.
can fix that is wish and true resurrection.
Ugh.
I'm not high enough for true resurrection, guys.
Yeah, we're on lab 10. It's
Wait,
so squishy.
which sister are you willing to forfeit?
Oh, you bitch.
I already have your answer.
Ah! No!
You wanted to see my energy and my power that Oknos has vested upon me? Fine. He extends his hand, and this ball of energy just grows in his hand as he uses fireball. I'm not
Fireball.
gonna be a sister. I would never do power word kill.
Yet.
Good for plot.
For plot, yes. But okay, so he's actually gonna cast fireball, and because he's ready for this, he's gonna cast this at his 9th level slot.
Ow.
So
Oh,
that would
God.
be
I am summer, it hurts.
20d6.
What? Are you gonna roll?
Oh wait. Where did Michaela come from with that? Oh shit, wait, maybe not, because it's an additional 20d6 bludgeoning damage with fireball. So that's technically 40d6. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna cast at that high level spell. Oh wait, that's Meteor Swarm. Never mind. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of all these people. I didn't think this would be that hard, actually.
Take your time.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go kill a sister, it's easier.
No. No.
I'll make a new one.
Okay, so he is going to, yeah, he's going to cast fireball towards the direction of you all. So it is just, he's going to cast that at 5th level, so 5d6. Oh, dex saving throw. I'm so sorry.
Dex saving throw?
Yes. Base 8d6 plus 1d6 per slot level above 3rd, so that's 3, so 9, 10, 11.
17.
Okay, he has a 19. So yeah, that is going to be 11 points, or 11d6 fire damage.
6! Three. Three. Wait. 2, 4, 7, 30, 33, 37, 42, 3, 49 points of damage. Ow!
This ball of fire, it's not it is coming from this purple flames as it erupts out of Xavier and just rushes towards you. But Eleanor steps in front of this fireball,
No. No.
sacrificing her life for Sarah.
Oh.
It engulfs her in flames, but the flames disperse and her charred body hits the ground. And she looks over at Sarah and in her last dying breaths with her mother.
Sarah's just gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream because of the microphone, but she's just gonna scream. Like, if she could rage, she's raging now. So I don't take those points of damage?
Nope.
Okay, good. How much was it? 49?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's screaming in rage at him.
Xavier just stands totally off kilter. His hair is like not immaculate anymore. He's got scrapes, burns, all this stuff. He looks like he is like he had it all, and he just looks mad, like Azula when she at the final Agni Kai between Zuko and Azula and Katara, and he just looks off kilter. His stance is not right, but he's not stopping. He goes, bow down to Oknos, you silly insolent girl. You will rise on your blood.
I can't say anything, can I?
You can have one response. That's fine.
It's a. I have actually no Star Wars quote. You will try.
All right. Next, we're going to Willa.
Already pre-rolled. Wasn't sure about an AC 17.
Yep, that hits.
That hurts? Okay, first hit with her bow is 17, second is a 19, 13 damage. For her movement, or she's going to command the elk. I have summoned you to help me fight her. And he is going to run at Lady Tremaine. I rolled a nat 20 with I did hooves, so he rears up and stomps down on her for 51 damage.
Okay. Let's see. That's perfect. You said 51.
Yep.
Okay. So this happens, and she gets trampled on by this elk as it crashes down on top of her, and it looks like it's just pummeling her. And then you see the quick whiteness of her wand, and the elk explodes, shattering in blood and viscera. She gets up, and she points Fairy Godmother's wand straight towards you. You can bone and bruising on her chest and face as it's just huge and thick and bulbous. And she tries to mutter words, and the words are to power word kill as she points the wand directly towards you, Willa. But she can't. The words never form from her mouth because it's bloodied and bruised. She can't say the correct components, and the spell backfires. Lady Tremaine collapses to the ground, and one final breath and says, "No, it's got me." and her hand falls forward, and fairy godmother's wand rolls out of it, and Cinderella picks it up, and she says, "Let's do this thing." You guys head towards the throne room where Nathaniel told you all to meet after you've done fighting your monster. Good job. Next is Mira.
Alright, well, Mira's gonna get the fire, and is going to cast Scorching Ray, but at 5th level, so that's 6 separate rays. Do I have to roll for each hit?
Yeah, I can do that. What is it?
Wait, what?
You want me to roll it, or are you gonna roll it?
I don't care. I just need to know what it is. Like, do you want me to roll, or do you want to roll?
I'll go ahead and do it. What is the dice?
It's just a range attack to see if it hits.
Okay.
And then if it hits, it's 2d6 each worth of fire damage.
So 2 times, you said 5 rays or 6 rays?
6 rays.
So 6 times 2, 12? Right? Am I thinking of that correctly?
It's 2d6 per ray that hits.
So 2d6, there's 5,
So 10.
so 10. Yeah, 10 d6s.
Yes. Wait, no. Sorry. It is 12d6 because it is 6.
Okay. So
Sorry,
it was like 6.
I got
No, you're fine.
confused what you were saying.
Okay, so she gets 44 pieces of damage. If you want to go what Vess would have attack, she's got 34 points of damage right now. I'll let you go ahead and take over that one.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh.
It's weird finding your own self.
Well, it is, and it's one of those things that it's like, I could be nice to Mira, or I could not. She is going to try to attack with her blade again, I guess.
Sure.
First one misses. And second one misses. They both were 10.
Hey, there we go. So you can see the shift in power. Vess used to have the power, and she thought it was all in her hands, and she was the better sister. But now there's clearly that shift. After Mira, you're able to harness your own inner self and overcome those who oppose you. You are power. You've got some umph behind you, girl. So, let's go ahead and go on to Tara. What you up to, my darling?
So she is still kind of rubbing her eyes and kind of blinking off Sunbeam. And she's gonna look at Nyx and say, "That's it? That's really all you've got?" And then she's gonna cast Blight, also as twin spell. And so that is a Constitution saving throw.
9.
Okay, so she's gonna take 16d8 necrotic damage.
16d8.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 70 points of damage. So, necrotic energy washes over Nyx. And the bayou is human. It is liquid. It is thick. And Blight takes everything away from that. You see the very life force and energy of Nyx eviscerate out of her as she shrivels up and prunes and then crumbles as if like tree bark and dust as her tendrils all spin off and clasp on the ground. You hear her shriek and pain. And then finally, after the debris and dust goes over, Nyx's body is still there, and she like pulls herself up and gets on her knees and looks at Tara in her eyes and says, "You stupid girl. I am invincible. You will never kill me. For as long as I live." And she goes to reach out and cast another spell at Tara. And then you hear a screech call from behind you as this giant black raven comes down and soars over you and stands in front between you and Nyx. Around in its beak, you see the blood of the Ravenwood. And he says, "Drown her in it."
Okay, I'm gonna run forward and take the blood of the raven's blood from the bird. And is it like a vial?
It's in a bottle, yeah.
It's in a bottle? Okay. So can I just like throw it at the floor to like shatter and like spray
Yeah.
it on her?
Yeah. So you throw the bottle of the Ravenwood, the blood of the raven, and she's like, "What? No! How can this be? No! No!" As she just burns and turns into a puddle of swamp guck and settles on the ground as if that blood was acid decomposing a human body. The last thing that's left there is her necklace. Her beaded gold necklace. Good job. You all take a moment to kind of gather yourselves, and then you head up towards Xavier.
I'm taking the necklace.
Okay, sure. So, all right, then we are going back up to Sarah.
All right, I'm within 5 feet now, hopefully.
Yes.
Sarah is like full of every summer storm you've ever seen, and she's going to cast Thunderclap on him. Like, put her hands on his head, cast Thunderclap on him.
Okay.
Con
sure.
save of 17.
Okay.
So hopefully it's good, or else
It's
it's going to be a sucky moment.
It's a 6.
Okay, and he's going to take 28 points of damage as she screams at him, "You've taken everything from me!" And it's like
And just
crashes him with a storm.
Okay. This energy and this eruption of thunder echoes throughout the throne room, almost deafening all who are in there. You see some of Xavier's guards just like kind of like grab onto their ears as this loud energy happens. The glass in all of the windows shatter inward, cascading rain of glass down onto this throne room. Immediately you get thrown back by a force, basically a force of push from Xavier. You're able to withstand it, and you kind of like slide on your feet backwards instead of being thrown backwards, as if his magic is wavering. And then let's see. Willa is good. Willa is on her way up to the tower. And then Mira, up to you.
Mira's gonna look one last time at her and it's like, "This is your last chance. Surrender."
Never.
She's gonna cast Scorching Ray again, this time at 4th level. So if it hits, that's 10d6 damage.
She got a 4. You said 10d6?
10d6.
She's dead. She is dead. Let's see. Damage. 34. Literally 34 points of damage, which is what her current HP is at. She is reduced to 0.
Well, that
As you are casting this magical arcane energy towards your sister, your evil, violent sister, you can see her face as you're casting this, and the energy is coursing through your veins. You see for a moment a flicker of yourself in her, as she like whimpers, but then she just screeches out as her body falls to the floor in an ashen, disgusting mess.
That hurts. That hurts a lot, actually.
Okay, and then you guys all head up toward Xavier for the last final stand. You all arrive to the top of the tower. Let me get this really quick to set the mood. You all arrive to the top of the tower to see the viscera and bloodshed. There are fighters through the halls and the corridors of Ozendor. And eventually you get to the top where the throne room overlooks the subterranean city below. And you see at the end of the hall where Sarah has just been thrown back and skittered across. She stands up and you all come forward, each of you ready to defeat Xavier and his reign of what was supposed to happen. You all look to each other and think about the adventure that you had just gone on and 2 years in the making, and are finally coming to the end of Xavier's dark reign of bringing Oknos back. You all nod to each other. You see Elliot and Cal, Aaron, and all of your other heroic friends. Sarah is in the middle, and you all gather to her side, and a valiant feeling goes before you. The energies inside of you link up, and a white light erupts over you, healing you, restoring all spell slots. As Yuna descends from the heavens and blesses you all with her restorative powers. Xavier, all of the people around him kneel for the presence of their goddess Yuna. She's ethereal and flowing white robes with wings that expand over 50 feet long. She floats there, and she offers Xavier one final chance to redeem himself. And Xavier kneels. He bows down for a moment. And Yuna, she, bows her head, and she turns to you all. And she says, "What you all have done here has been one of the most heroic things I have ever seen anyone of Everast do. I'm proud of each and every one of you." And then it happens. A black bolt of energy shoots straight through Yuna's chest, and she disappears. The entirety of the room goes dark as you see Xavier unhinged, and he just smirks, uses fly to hover into the air, and he jumps out of the stained glass broken window. Everything seems okay for now. And then you hear the rumbling. Something is moving. Something is shaking. The tower starts to crumble as columns start to shake and quiver, and dust erupts through the room. You all need to escape. Do you? What do you do?
Hell yeah, Mira's running.
I'm gonna take off running with Mira for sure.
Willa's gonna find Cal, and she's going to urge him to follow her.
Sarah really wants to go after Xavier. But I know it's not what you want us to do, so.
You can do whatever you want.
It's the end.
You know my bosses, they never have just one form.
Sarah's gonna call her sister and say, let's back up for now. We'll get him in a bit.
So you all exit the tower as it crumbles, and you're all running and chasing. The war is still going as things are happening, and then you see the gate. The gate is flickering closed as you have killed Xavier's court and destroyed them. The last person that stops is Teniko, but he's nowhere to be seen. Xavier stands in front of the gate and turns and says, "For the power of Oknos, I summon you here today to guide me, to aid me to destroy your adversaries and bring Everos to a close." And you see him pull something out of his cloak. It's the dagger. The dagger that was originally with you guys. It was stripped from you when you were all transported to the altar. He takes the dagger and throws it into the flickering gate. It immediately rips open a tear. And you see two giant white pale hands grab onto the sides of the portal. And something is coming through. We'll save the final battle for next week.
Ah, the jailer's coming to get us!
Oh, the jailer! No, I just want to finish it. I want to finish it.
You wanna finish it?
I want to finish it. Who seconds me?
I'll finish
So everyone
it.
is okay with that.
I'm really into it.
See, the
Cool.
problem is I'm gonna have to get off in 30 minutes, so if we can finish it in 30 minutes, yes.
Oh, we can wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll
That's-
make it
that's-
epic.
We'll wait. We'll
Yeah,
wait.
that
Let's
was
do
what I
one
was
more.
thinking.
I love this campaign. Let's
Okay.
do one more. Wow, guys.
Damn.
By the way, Trey, really glad that Bess died when she did. Because if she were to hit her, you know she was going to be using that. And I went ahead and did the 10d10 psychic damage, and it would have been 58.
Oh shit.
Just not including the hit from the weapon.
Oh my god, look, it's Oknos, you guys. There he is. So, Jeffrey, are you still here with us?
I am, in fact, still here. Thank you for letting me sit in, you guys. It was a ton of fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
I know it was probably a
What'd
lot
you
and a little confusing, I'm sure, but
You know, epic battle, so I can get into that. Some of the story I don't know, but it was great to kind of see you guys role play and get an idea of how you interact with one another, and it was thrilling.
good. Well, yeah, we can't wait to have you at our table. I think it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, thanks for
Um,
listening
exciting.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick some
Definitely.
ass next week.
in.
So we know we're gonna fail.
We're fighting a literal god at 10th level.
At 10th you guys are
Oh.
real low, yeah.
Yeah.
Level up.
Again?
5 levels?
Alright.
Fuck. Okay.
No,
Fine.
you know what? You know what? Okay. I don't give a fuck. I'm the DM. I can do what I want. You're all level
Yeah.
20. Una blesses you all.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
go.
Seriously?
Level up to level 20. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Oh my
I've never
god.
been this
I
high
need a-
before.
Level 20.
I need a- Dice roll for this shit.
Holy shit.
Let's
It's
go.
gonna take a minute.
It's gonna be fun.
Ooh.
It's gonna be fun, guys.
That-
Spell
can't
slots are
wait.
back. I can cool shit.
I might see if Sydney can sit in next week too and listen to
Yes,
our last
I would.
episode. And
Yes,
get
I
involved?
would love that.
I know she's getting
I'll
excited about
absolutely
it.
be here.
Cool. Fuck
Cool.
yeah.
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 I sent everyone a document, I believe, to Google Docs. That is going to be your player guide for season 5.
Okay.
So you can start to kind of think about what you want to do for season 5, because I kind of really do want to just pick up with season 5 right after season 4 ends. Because yeah, I would love to have Sydney here, and I would love to have Jeffrey here. Would love
Alright.
to have some new players. That way, if anyone needs to do anything else, we do have some people to fill in slots. That way, let's see, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 yeah, I'm looking at 6 being the max amount of people I kind of want to handle.
Thank you.